Yeah, it was clearly an all or nothing strategy for them from the very beginning. Judy Ironside always saw the war that way. And I think Ben Hitman mentioned earlier that was just the way their civilization came to be. It was all or nothing. They have to commit everything or they achieve nothing. So I understand the reason why that decision was made.
I also agree with that decision. They've been on the decline for years.
Yeah.
They're losing pilots, they're losing equivalents.
They
need this chunk of salvage to have any chance of survival.
Yeah.
Right.
Actually, sorry, go ahead.
And Judy's like, she had a chance at it before, and she's like, this is a trap.
Mm-hmm.
And she just lost ships, they lost the salvage, they lost pilots, and they had nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
I feel like some
came out. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And this time, she had a second chance. It's like, this is it. We have to go for it. Yeah. And I think she made the correct choice.
Yeah.
And
there's no wrong choice there.
Yeah.
Really,
I think there
maybe
was.
there is. I don't know. But I think
the
I would
wrong
have made the
choice was
same
probably
choice
not do it.
of
It
setting everyone up.
Well, go ahead, Brett.
All I was going to say is that I feel like she was feeling a lot of the frustrations with their tactics that we talked about in part 1 of talking in this book. Where you guys were saying how it doesn't make sense how they're doing this. I think she feels like it sucks that we have to do this.
Yeah.
We need more resources. I want to take on more pilots. I don't want to keep kicking people out that aren't being perfect. I want to have more people out there. And I think that she just saw this an opportunity to catch up.
I actually can attest. I've listened to this very recently, so I know exactly why she did what she did there. Because
she comments on it.
She does.
Yeah.
It's in an interlude. She literally says after the whole entire time when you know how Spin goes and saves Ned from chasing his brothers in the big black box that's falling down.
Yeah, the falling starship debris.
Yeah, the other one.
The interlude there is Judy Ironside watching that and admitting that she was not.
She didn't commit.
She wasn't committing enough. She didn't have the balls to go in and send everybody into that because she felt that she needed to have the wherewithal to send everybody in there, commit everything, and get that shit and bring it out. Because if she did, then they would have so much of a advantage.
Yeah.
And so honestly,
be able to stop this
that
bleeding
particular event caused her to change her strategy and stop being, in her mind, not saying everyone else's mind or whatever else, please, but stop her from being cowardly or just indecisive in a way.
Well, she knew that she related it to historic figures. She's like, you gotta eventually make a play.
Exactly.
I think also she just saw
head,
the fact that if they didn't make this play, the outcome would be the same anyway because they were just bleeding.
So in her head, she's like, I'm not making that same mistake again.
Right.
The next time it fucking happened at the end of the thing, she's like, no, I'm saying everyone fucking we're doing it.
Also, it helped the second time that she had foresight of this chunk of
That's true. It wasn't impromptu.
She knew it was coming.
She planned for it, set it up.
This is
exactly
what's gonna happen, and she did it.
Yeah.
Now, thank God, I do gotta respect her. Was like, just drop it. I'm gonna die, but at least we'll live and we'll get the salvage.
She's never been a coward.
No. And nobody thought so.
Right.
She just was.
Nor do I think that she's like a bad person. Like, we are close to Spin. So therefore, we kind of have like a dislike for her and how she treats her. But I mean,
she's not trying to do bad though.
I mean, she saw.
She says it to Kyle.
She saw exactly what happened to her crew from her father. It makes sense
to a certain extent.
I don't think it was the right choice, but it
it's
makes
hard
sense.
for me to say this. It's hard for anyone to say something about someone who is at that position that has to do with these things. But I do feel that she kind of leans a little bit on her. Like,
this take forever.
No. Like her like no. She leans a little bit on her like excuse that I have to do this. Do you know what I mean? she leans a little bit on her like. Because you see it all the time when she comes back to it. She's like, I can't do these things. Like I have to make these decisions.
Yeah. And I saw that when she talked to Cobb.
And logically, like you see that makes sense. Like so, a commander has to like do that. But at the same time, I feel like you can go overboard with it. Like
But this, I mean, yeah, of course, everything's a balancing act. Everything's a balancing act. But this is the thing: is that I think it's harder to balance when you know that the rope is between two skyscrapers. It's like, yeah, it's a balancing act on whether the rope is 1 foot above the ground or way, 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 way up in the air, you're still just balancing on a rope. But when the stakes are that high, like when you're way up in the air, which is what I feel that this is, sometimes you're in a battle and it's like, okay, if we lose this battle, that would suck, but it's not the end of our species. You know what I mean? And then that has certain tactics and certain things. And then there's other points where it's like, well, if we don't win this, it doesn't matter if I did the moral thing because they're going to be dead anyway. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I feel that way too.
Yeah.
So she's always going to be judged, basically.
Right.
It's hard.
That's being a leader.